Alright, we're going to talk about my boat. It's a 2008 Worldcat 270 TE. When I first bought this boat, it had a pair of twin Suzuki 225s with around 550 hours. I first found this boat in November of 2015, but I did not make the purchase until April of 2016. So it took some checking, some testing, and the seller and me finally came to a price that we both liked. So I went ahead and bought the boat. I'll tell you about the issues next. Okay, so when I bought the boat in April of 2016, there weren't really too many issues with the boat. The owner had said the boat had been parked for some time because it had issues with the C-Star. So buying the boat, I knew it was going to need a set of C-Stars, the steering rams. So knowing that, of course, the boat had sat for a long time and it needed new batteries and just a major cleaning. The boat had a lot of bee nests in it, and it was just filthy, a lot of mold and stuff, but everything else seemed to be in proper working order. I did bring a mechanic out and we did a compression test back in 2015, and the compression tests weren't exactly perfect, but we'll go on to how I ended up buying the boat. Alright, so in early 2016, the owner called me and said, hey, I've got another guy that's interested in the boat. I'm taking the boat over to Staton's Marina, and I think I'm going to sell it unless you want to jump on it. At that time, I wasn't 100% ready. I thought I wanted an offshore boat. I was pretty confident I wanted an offshore boat, but I said, no, don't wait up on me, sell the boat. Well, that deal didn't fall through, and that week I was at Staton's Marina getting some oil for my other boat to do an oil change, and I happened to ask Staton about the boat, and he said he'd put the boat in the computer and everything looked great. The engines looked great. The hours on them were still low. I think it was 550. So I looked at the computer printout they had done on both engines. I called the owner back and said, let's do it. So we came up with a price that we were both extremely happy with. And I went ahead and purchased the boat knowing that I was going to have to put new C-Stars. So I picked up the boat, and I'm going to tell you all of the things that I've done to the boat so far to get it to where I have it at. And I'm extremely happy with my Worldcat 270 TE. I don't think I'd even own another boat. Everything fits right at my house. The boat fits perfect. It's not too wide. The ride is comfortable. It's half-ass economical for the most part. The only thing I really don't like about the boat, it's a bitch to clean. But outside of that, I love that boat and I highly recommend it. And I want to tell you everything I've done to that boat to bring it up to where I have it. So that's what this video is about. Not necessarily buying the boat, but just all the upgrades that have been done to it. So stick around and I'm going to show you everything we've done from top to bottom. Thank you. on 11/27/23, I ended up replacing both axles on this trailer. I'd already done the seals several times, but I replaced the axles because I had noticed the original wheels, the galvanized wheels, I bent two of them, one on this side and one on the other side. So I kind of felt it was time to replace the axles, and I also replaced the wheels. I ordered these wheels through Amazon, and they were fairly cheap. They were almost cheaper than buying galvanized wheels. The most important thing you need to do when you're going to order wheels is make sure that the bore, this hole right here, is 4.25 inches or bigger, so the hub will fit through there. This is a 6-pattern bolt, and the rim was pretty cheap. It was only $100 a rim. The galvanized rims were like 90 bucks a piece. So I went in ahead and got these aluminum rims, and I'm extremely happy with them. I did put the old tires on, but they're still in great shape. They were good tires to begin with. So we'll keep on showing you all the things that I've changed down on the boat. Alright, the next major upgrade that we did was this Deckit or C-Deck. This is a Deckit brand. I'm going to go ahead and come onto the logo right there. Shadow's probably not helping out too much. But the bolsters were all messed up on this boat, so we went ahead and swapped them out. And these Deckit bolsters are, I just totally love the look it gave the boat. Gave it a very, very modern look. We went ahead and did the coffin box and the backrest. So there's the coffin box. Sorry about the shadow. Got my little logo put on there. I'll keep on walking on this side. So some of the seating arrangement on this 270 is a little small, so we went ahead and put these ice chests in the corner. I've seen other Worldcats with something similar to this, so we've got that ice chest that's designated for frozen bait to fill up with, and then we've got a second one that is designated just for drinks or food for the day. They're not extremely big, but we also fill up that live well with drinks. We don't really ever use that live well. We only use this live well. So you can still see the Deckit bolsters come all the way around. You can also see the JL audio speakers that we had put on there. We have 4 speakers and 1 sub with a JL audio amp, and I'm really happy with that. You don't really need any more speakers than that. It sounds extremely good while we're in the water, while running. We don't crank it up too crazy, so it's perfect for me. Okay, we're going to try a complete walk around the boat so you can get a good idea. Obviously it does have its T-top. I got a net there to throw shit in there. I do love the 2 Simrads I put on this boat. As we come forward, I'm extremely happy with this Minn Kota Terrova 36 volt trolling motor. I went ahead and installed it right dead center on the pulpit. It holds the boat great. We do have a Monster Marine lithium battery. I ran the boat the other day on a trip and we fished for 2 hours. There's the battery. Got it hooked up. There's the charger. There's an upgraded stereo I also put in this that's interfaced with the Simrads. So back to what I was saying is we fished for about 2 hours on spot lock, and the battery only ate 7%. So I'll post a picture of that right now. It'll show the battery being at 93%. Extremely happy with it. All right, we repowered few months ago. I'll post the date exactly when we repowered and what we paid for these two engines. They're 2024 Suzuki 250s. It had 225s before, but I chose to go with 250s, and I'll also have the information on the props. Along with the new engines, I went ahead and eliminated 2 of the old gauges and replaced 2 new ones with the new smart gauges from Suzuki. We have 2 of them there, and they're also interfaced with the Simrads, so we can see everything there for everything on the Simrad. Extremely happy with it, and we'll talk about the economy next. All right, miles per gallon, very delicate question, or everybody always wants to know, and they're gonna tell you, oh, my boat does this, this, and this. I call bullshit on everybody that says their boat does X. Not everybody runs their boats the same. Nobody equips their boats the same, and I mean by weight, by fat asses or skinny people they have on the boat. I can't stand when somebody does a boat test and they're doing it with half empty tanks. I'm running full tanks all the time, so that's 240 gallons. I try to keep the boat to 4 guests plus me, but this trip I'm going to talk about was 5 grown men plus me, so it was a total of 6 men on the boat, me being the lightest. So everybody weighed at least 200. Besides me, I weigh 150. So you could just round up and say I had 1,200 pounds of men on the boat. We ended up catching our 20 snappers and 2 kings, and I ran with about 100 pounds of ice on the boat. So that's a lot of weight. I just went and gassed up the boat. I'll put some pictures here, 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 here. I don't know where the hell they'll come out. But the port engine, for some reason the port engine always burns more gas, which is common. People always post that. We put 31.5 gallons in the port engine, and I put 27.5 in the starboard engine, or the gas tanks. That day we ran 66.5 miles. So my economy that day was 1.12 miles to the gallon. That's leaving the engines all day long. That's running, that's idling all day. We fished for approximately 8 hours, or ran for, you know, an hour and a half up, an hour and a half back, and we idled the other 6-7 hours. So 1.12 is not the best I can get. I'm usually averaging 1.6 with the new motors. That's with 4 adults and me, for a total of 5. So maybe the extra ice and the extra person that I had on the boat and the extra fish kind of caused our efficiency. Maybe the current was a little bad. I don't think the current was too bad though, because the trolling motor only spent 7 or 9% of the battery, which was really nothing. So I don't know why I burned so much gas on that one specific trip. But with the new motors, I'm averaging 1.6 consistently. I usually can do all my math at 1.6, and I'm confident that's what I'm gonna get. The old motors were doing 1.65, 1.7 with the same weights. So maybe I could try dropping back down to the 21.5 inch props to see if my economy gets better. So I might try that, not 100% sure yet. So Jamie, when you watch this video, maybe lend me my old props and see if we can try those out. But I hope you like that, and I don't mean to offend anybody with the economy that you're gonna claim you get or don't get. That's what I'm getting, but I know I run heavy as shit. So I'm happy that I was able to show you all the upgrades I did. I love the new motors. I love being in new power. It's just a satisfaction. Did I need to repower? No. I know a lot of people say, oh, those motors still had another 1,000 hours left of life in them. Yes, they did. They ran great. I was really happy with them. But the only thing that those 2 motors ever did was the IATIC sensor would go out. I probably replaced them once or twice on each motor. I kept extra sensors in the boat. I never needed to replace one offshore, but sometimes they would fail on you. So if you've had IAC sensor issues, post it on there, let me know. They're not a problem to fix, and I've tried the cheap ones all the way to the expensive Suzuki ones. For some reason, those 08 models like to burn sensors. So thanks for watching, and hit me up if y'all have any questions.